What's your name?
My name's Yubu.
Yubu. I've got you at Parliament. What do you do here?
I'm at Parliament like a protocol officer.
To the layman, what do you mean protocol officer?
A protocol officer, being a protocol officer involves a lot of things.
Okay.
You learn how to serve you actually don't learn, you serve the diplomats, you handle the travel in and out of the delegation. Not only that, you handle the events of Parliament, like the budget day. You usher in visitors who are coming to enter the plenary. A lot of things get involved in.
That's so interesting. How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
26 years old. How did you get here?
You see, getting here is all about God. And people always say that to get there you need a godfather. But even if you have a godfather and you don't have God, there's no way you can get here. Because there's no one who is above God. So it is God that brings you to the right people that can bring you to such a place.
Looking at your height, your age, you said you're 26 years old, protocol officer, somebody might ask, doesn't that guy get challenges here? Challenge because of his height. Did you go to school?
Yes, I went to school. I actually graduated from Uganda Christian University. I did Bachelor's of Mass Communication. Yes. You talked about challenges. I see growing tall like it's a disease. Because the fact that short people, it's hard for them to fall because they've been near the ground surface. I feel it's much better for me. And not only that, me being short or looking old does not mean I can't achieve. As long as I have God. My name alone, Yubu, is a blessing. You know Bible. You know how Yubu was blessed? That's what keeps me the courage. And two, I have managed to succeed in an environment like this because one, I respect myself. I value myself. I do things that bring people to me, not something that will take me to people. The way you impress, like first impression matters a lot to people. When you respect them, they respect what you speak to others and the kind of surroundings you have. You ask me about how I get here. You see, I always tell the fellow youth that for you always need to check the kind of friends you have around you, because the friends we have right now are the connections that our children will have. You get? So maybe I've managed to get here because I made the right friends. I'd always sat down and asked myself that in case of an emergency, who is there for me? And I've checked around my childhood friend. I saw none. That's why I had to look around for the best intellectual people that can guide me to the right path. That's how I managed to be here, and I'm surviving because of the nature I've treated myself. I just learned that if I'm to take advantage of myself, then people will really take advantage of me. So that's why you see when I'm moving, everyone wants to talk to me, everyone likes me, because I be honest, I am humble to myself, I am humble to everyone, and I respect, I'm ready, I work with anyone. I do things no matter whether poor or rich, because I have a belief that no matter how tall you are, or no matter how short you are, no matter how rich or poor you are, if you do not have the level of integrity or respect, then you have danger to the society. So it's better to be that kind of a person that is valued in an environment.
So you say you chose the right friends. Who are these friends?
I chose the right friends. I have very many friends. You need to be particular which ones, because I'm sure you know some of the friends I have.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you're a very great comrade to the late former Speaker of Parliament, Ouylanyah. Is he one of the reasons why you're here?
Yeah, he's one of the reasons, though he's second after God. Yeah. Meeting him has been something so nice, and his death has costed me a lot. It has really costed me a lot, because he's one of those people that I was looking up to. I would really thought that with time, in the next few times, I would want to be the speaker in this August House. I'd also want to be exactly like him.
Kindly repeat that statement. You would want to?
I would want to be the speaker in this house with time. Yes, because the kind of a person he had always been to me, I've never met him.
How did you meet the former speaker, Ouylanyah?
I met him in Gulu. Me in northern Uganda, I'm a gospel singer, well known. I grew up in church. So where I met him, he was invited. He was the guest of honor. They were choosing the Miss Tourism Northern Uganda. That was 9 years ago. So after my performance, I came, he sent his bodyguard. I think I remember his bodyguard is called Felix Odobo. The boy sent the gentleman to me. So the gentleman told me, young man, how are you? I said, I'm fine. Of course, I was not feeling bad about him calling me young man. Yes, I'm young. So he told me, my boss, I told him, you know what? I'm not ready to meet anyone right now. It's late. I have to go and rest. He told me, no, he's a big person. And the fact that I'm someone who is not moved by maybe someone's money or what, I value myself a lot. As I told you, I do something that pulls people to me. Maybe my performance or my speech pulled the right honorable to me. You get? Pulled the right honorable to me. I told him, you know what, if there's any other person who wants to meet me, it is very okay with me to meet them, but in the morning. Right now, I need to go and rest. I've traveled from later. I'm tired from here. I just went on stage to perform. Now I feel you can.
Which function was that?
They were choosing Miss Tourism, Northern Uganda. It was a run, yes. They were choosing Miss Tourism, Northern Uganda, and by then I was invited as the chief performer. Yes. Okay. So when he insisted, when I told the man I'm not going to meet him, I saw a gentleman walk to me. I didn't know he was the one. He came, he greeted me. He was like, how are you, young boy? I said, I'm fine. He told me, but you're young. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be sleeping. I told him, I told him funny that, you know what, you can't call somebody's husband a child. You need to correct, you know when you're a musician, you need to say something that keeps the fun.
Was it a reality or it was fun?
No, it was a reality, of course. It was fun. I just needed him to laugh so that he can walk away and I go and sleep. Okay. I wanted to do something that would keep him busy laughing. Okay. So when I told him that, he got so excited. I didn't tell him my age. I was forgetting. I didn't tell him my age. I just told him I need to go and rest because I have to wake up to look for money to go back to school. Because he had asked me, you're supposed to be preparing to go to school. I told him I need to go. So when
Which level were you by then?
No, by then I was still in high school.
Which school was that?
I was in a school called Skyland.
Skyland in Lira?
Yeah, in Lira.
Okay.
Skyland is in Lira. So when I told him about fees, I think he told me, you know what? Since you're going to look for fees to go to school, I can see the struggle you're in. I'm interested in you. Now what you're going to do, I'm going to get you a hotel. We are going to stay here for more 1 week. He was with Minister Chiwanda and a gentleman called John from the tourism department section, yeah. So from there, he paid me a hotel, Boma Hotel.
In Gulu?
In Gulu. So actually when we walk in, I saw a convoy. I was like, who is this for? Because there were ministers.
So you hadn't known who you were trying to engage with?
I didn't know anyone. Had not known anyone I had not known him. I was actually not even into politics. You know, with music, you always in studios. I was not in politics, so I had not known. So when I saw a convoy, I asked, but who are you? He told me, don't worry. What matters is how I'm going to work with you to make you be someone that is going to to show love. Okay, like someone who's going to inspire the youth. I want the youth, everyone to be like you, because the way I'm seeing you, you're someone you're a person of benefit to the youth. So when he told me, I did not deny. So because, by then I also didn't have enough money. I was also hustling to go and pay the hotel I was sleeping in. I said, it's okay. So he just got me a room opposite his room. And my role there, I didn't know what I was going to do. The only task he had given me, before we set off, he was a very prayerful man. Before we set off, my work was to pray. When we reached, I remember the first venue, we left Boma Hotel. We went to a historical place called Wipolo in Aru. When we reached there, he told me, you know what, your role here is to pray for us. So he had not yet told me about politics or what, because I thought he was maybe someone in the force because he had the convoy. So from there, the following day, I told him, you know what, when I was supposed to leave, I told him I have to really go. So when I left, he had taken my number after a period of 1 month.
You had a phone?
Yes, I had a phone. Because with music, you can't survive without phone.
I know.
Yes, I had a phone. So there's one thing he told me that I can never forget. That's why I have a cheap phone up to now, a smartphone. And he asked me, do you have money? I told him no. He told me, are you from a rich family? He asked me, are you from a rich family? I told him no. So he told me, why do you have 2 phones? I had no answer. So he told me, do not buy things to impress those who don't care about you. I did not understand and I asked him, why? Why are you telling me that? Is it to give me stress? So he told me, no, you have 2 phones. You don't have business for other people to call you. You're having phones. I'm sure you have a phone to be on Facebook, to impress, or you have phones because your friends have smartphones. You're having 2 phones to impress those who don't care about you. Those people don't care about you. From that day when I left, I sold the smartphone and I remained with it. Indeed, I had nothing to do with the smartphone. Had nothing. I sold the smartphone and I remained with the small phone. So I left. I came. He gave me actually 2 million. He told me, now, I want you from today to be a bow tie boy. I want you to be a man of class, not a boy of swag. I want you to exactly follow the life. I'll be following you. We are friends. So he didn't tell me exactly who he was even. So I left. 1 month later, he came to Lira. He called me, Ndugu, where are you? I told him I'm home.
Called you who?
Ndugu. Ndugu, that where are you? I said I'm home. I asked him, who is this? Because I didn't have his number. He said, no, I'm your friend, the one you met in Gulu. I was like, which one? I met very many people. You know, when you're a singer, very many people take your numbers. I hanged up. Again, he called back. It was like, this is the man who had policemen. I was like, oh, he told me, can you come where I am? I told him, no, I can't come there because 1, I'm sleeping, and 2, I don't have money. He said, no, you board and come. So when I got a border, he parked in Total. He had these security people. I met a member of parliament called Peter Ochen of Kole. For us, we call him Ochen Akalo. So I asked him, that man is calling me, who is he? So the man told me, oh, that is the 5th biggest person after the president. This is the deputy speaker. I was like, what does a deputy speaker do? Because remember, I didn't know politics. What does a deputy speaker do? And I was like, he's the boss in parliament. And I was like, okay. The only person I knew was Museveni.
Okay.
Museveni, yes. Because he's the president, that one everyone knows. So from there I left. I went to him. He greeted me, even hugged me, even carried me. He was so happy to see me. We went in supermarket. Sachidi even gave us space. We moved around. He was telling me how he told me, why are you home? Of course, I didn't have money to go to school. He told me,
where did you leave the 2 million?
No, of course I used it for what he had told me to do.
Okay.
Yes, when I'm given money, I use it exactly. And that is the same thing I did to the deputy speaker. When she met me, she gave me money, go and buy. That's what I'm putting on is bought by Nita Among.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, what happened, I was actually dressed mad because he spoke to me and I took the words he told me. So what happened, we moved around, we talked. He told me, why are you not in school? I told him last time I told you, I'm here looking for tuition. He told me, no, you have to go to school. He told me, board from tomorrow, come to my home, I'm your father. I was like, just like that. No, I first told him no. We stayed that day, gave me money, gave me 500, that is paying for my border. I told him, but this money is too much. I didn't want to show him, like, I'm that poor. I didn't want to show him maybe I'm moved by it because he has too much money, maybe powers, because I was trained well. You know, I was trained. They told me, you know what, you sing, very many people will come with money and they will maybe kidnap you and do what you get. So I first denied. He said no. Then he drove his car. The whole convoy went to my home. My mom cried, you have done what, policemen? I had nothing. All neighbors came around home to see what had happened. I sent him to my mom. He went, he sat down on veranda, in the veranda.
And met your mom?
Yes, I met my mom.
Your father wasn't around?
No, he wasn't around. No, I'm a single parent boy.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there he talked. He told my mom how he met me, and that's when I knew who he is. And he explained completely to my mom who he was. That's when I started getting excited now. I believed what the member of parliament told me. He told me, you know what, I'm going to take off this boy. From today, I'm going to pay his fees. Until I graduated from the university. I was being paid by this man.
By the former speaker.
By the former speaker.
That is, you see, you Mukono?
Mukono. I was being paid by this man. You get
That is interesting. So,
and every time I'm in school, this is a man who will leave. He will come to school. He will check on me. He will call me. Sometimes he will call me at night. He will call me even at midnight to ask me, are you studying? Read your books. Avoid women. You know, the things he used to tell me. He really liked me. He told me, Yubu, immediately, when I was looking for internship, he called me. I was actually boarding a bus to go to Lira. He told me, where are you going? I told him, I asked me, where are you? I told him, I'm in the park. He asked me, where are you going? I told him, I'm going to Lira to look for a place.
So you could call him personally?
Yeah, I could now call him, we talk. Even right now, before him getting sick, we could talk. He was a free man, only that when he's in office, I know my limits.
Of course, you respected him.
My limit, I respect him, but when he's out, sometimes before going to office, he comes, he gets me. He talks to me, but of course, you know, I didn't want to show it out so much, you know, politics. I didn't want to show it so much. So what I did, he told me, you come to Parliament. I was like, Parliament, to do what? You know, Parliament alone, people hear from out. It's not easy to even actually, we believe that if you're passing near Parliament, you don't look straight into the eyes of a security officer. You look aside.
Okay.
So when I came to this gate opposite National Theatre.
Yeah. That is the South Wing?
Yes. Because we had talked in the morning that I come. So he told me. So I called him. I came, I phoned the security. They asked me, where are you going? I told them I'm going to the Deputy Speaker's office. And they were like, do you have appointment?
You came alone?
I came alone, yes. Because I was now believing that at least I'm safe because I was talking to the big man. So when I reached the gate, I asked the security. They told me, where are you going? They told me, I told them I'm going to the Deputy Speaker. They asked me for mine.
Do you remember the year?
Yeah, that was 2018.
2018,
Yes,
okay.
when I came for internship. So they asked me, where's your national ID? Of course, I didn't have a national ID because when I was going for national ID those days, they denied me that I'm young. I tell them I'm
underlooked your height,
underlook, yes.
not knowing your age.
Yes.
Okay.
So I told them I don't have a national ID. So they made a call to the office. I think he had not alerted the office that I've called someone. The office said, no, we have not called anyone. We are not expecting that person to come. I gave him a call. I told him, boss, did you call me here to arrest me? I'm now here stuck. Thank you for what you have done. He walked up from his office.
The Deputy Speaker?
Yes. He walked up. He came and picked me from here. He took me to the office. We took photos.
Didn't he cause chaos? Didn't the security people fear?
He did not. He did not. We walked up. He told me, you know, these people don't know you. You have to understand the fact that you look like that does not mean you cannot achieve it. But people don't know you. And security, they were doing their part. You know, with security. I understood. So we stayed there. We laughed. His press came. They took our photos. We took photos. Then that is when he called Chris Obore. He called Chris. He told Chris, you know what? This is my friend. I want him to be your friend. Move him around Parliament. I show him. I was so glad that Chris toured me with Parliament. He moved with me. He was so nice to me. He
was welcoming.
He was so welcoming. I started getting the courage. I could pass policemen. He was greeting them. I also greeted the respond. I started realizing, things have changed. Things are not like the way I think. So we moved from there, took me to protocol. I met someone called Omoding, Kenneth. So he told me from today, you're going to do internship here. I was like, are you sure I'm going to do internship here? It's like, yes, that is when I started improving again from there. Chris gave me money, go and buy suits. He handed me money, go and buy suits. So I started...
You were a very lucky man.
I started putting on suits from that day. I stopped dressing on those funny things, jeans or what. And you will never get me in a jeans. If you get me in a jeans, take a photo and disapprove me. You'll never get me in a jeans. So I moved. That's where I came to Parliament. I started working. He told me, here your bosses are members of Parliament. These politicians, always serve them with one heart. When I went to him, he told me, Yubu, now that you're here, I've brought you here, build your background, build your foundations, so that when you finish, you can apply and work with us.
At this point, didn't you take a step back and ask yourself who you are, who are you to have all these
Of course,
priorities?
you can always ask yourself. Just that I didn't tell my friends about it, but I saw success coming. Because it didn't take long. It took me just like, I think a year, and I met the president.
Sure.
Yes.
Where did you meet the president from?
I met the president in Lira. And that's when I told him I want to stand. And then he was so impressed. He asked me one question that he actually told me, but you're in school. I told him, he told me, he asked me, what do you want me to do for you? I told him, I want you to, okay, he asked me, what do you do? I told him I'm in school. And he told me, can I pay you fees?
That is the president?
Yes, I want to offer you fees. I told him, no, Mr. President, I am already being sponsored by what? By the Deputy Speaker. He was like, oh God, this is the first time someone is telling me the truth. I was like, yes, I'm being paid. Of course, I could not just accept because I needed this money. He told me, so what else do you want? What do you want to do after school? I told him, I want to stand for a member of parliament. He said, under which party? I told him, it will be determined by time, but I think I will stand under NRM. He said, why? I told him, one, I was born in NRM regime. I don't have experience of any other pastoral leadership, so I can't start misbehaving anyhow.
Did he ask you about your age?
He asked me, I told him. So he asked me, what do you think Uganda is going to benefit from you? And I told him, Mr. President, I'm going to market Uganda worldwide. He said, how? I told him, I'm going to be the first, youngest, shortest MP ever in the whole world. And the man laughed. The man said, I have nothing to tell you. Move on. From today, don't fear anything. That's how I met him. So he told me, you should come and see me. But I don't know whatever. The people who are supposed to send me to him, I think they became too busy.
I understand. They are too busy. They are always too busy. Yeah.
So when I told him, the speaker, that, you know what, I met the president, he was like, that's the achievement you have done, but I hope you have not gone so far. I told him no. And I told him the idea that, you know what, I want to stand. He told me, Yubu, will you handle the stress? It has too much stress, and two, they call politics.
So where did you get the inspiration to contest?
No, you see, they always say that birds of the same feathers flock together.
Okay.
Since I came here, I saw the nature, and also I wanted to inspire the youth and the people. You know, many people are being underlooked outside there. When people like me, they're disabled, who themselves they think they can't make it. So I wanted to be the first person to show them that everything is possible, depending on when you stand on your feet and do something for yourself. Everything is possible. And he had always guided me. I'd always followed. He told me, if you can't follow my speech, go and follow my friend Lumumba, PLO Lumumba. He told me that. So I said, it's okay. I kept on being on YouTube. Whenever I'm here, he's making a serious speech, he will always share with me on WhatsApp. When he gets another good thing, he shares with me. He had always told me books to read. So that's how I started learning. He told me, the more, when you start to close people, the intellectual people, always tell the people who are there in case of any emergency. And he told me, Yubu, for example, if you don't have a phone memory, like your phone book is full, and you meet me, I'm important to your life. I can bring change to your life. I'm your friend. Check your phone book, it's full. Look at that person that, in case of an emergency, cannot be there for you, and make a replacement with someone that can make you achieve. And I took his word seriously. That's how I succeeded. So when I came here, everything was nice, everything was good. He started making me to be known. He moved with me. I got to know other people, how things are done. And I saw it within myself.
So you completed, did you graduate?
You.
Which year was that?
That was last year just.
That was last year. You came for internship at Parliament. Are you right now a full-time staff or?
No, but I have hope.
You have hope?
Yes, I'm not a full-time staff. I'm actually a volunteer.
Okay, so how is it at Parliament? How has Parliament treated you, the people around Parliament?
Of course, you know, in an institution like this, Chris had always told me he had always guided me about the book called, because I used to get some difficulties at first. People used to look at me, others called me boy. So I went to him, I told him I have this. So he told me about a book called Who Moved My Shares. He explained to me how to live in an institution like this, that you'll always get, because there are times you enter somebody's office, they just ignore you. I always get the difficulties. Sometimes I'm sent to other ministries and I'm ignored. Sometimes I'm...
Do they ignore you because you are close to the Right Honourable Speaker,
no,
or
because
of your height?
That is something I'd never exposed, because I didn't used to show off with him. Being a deputy speaker or a speaker, I didn't used to show off with him, because being the fact that he was my friend, I needed to give him the privacy. You know, when you overshow off with someone, the backfire comes back to you.
Yeah.
Right now that is there, is not there. If I'd overshowed off, the backfire would be coming. How would I be living in an institution like this? But because I kept the life normal.
You kept a low profile.
I kept a low profile. That's why everyone is coming to tell me, to send a condolence message, to console me, to be with me, because I kept a low profile. And the fact that he was a man of everyone. You used to see, you report from Parliament, you used to see how he comes, he moves after the house. He can argue with someone in the house, he comes, he stands with the same person and talk, because that is office work. By the time he had time, he was a friend to everyone. He liked everyone.
A moment, I don't want people to get lost. Did you contest?
Yeah, I contested in Alepton.
In the last elections?
Yes, in the last
What happened?
I contested, but I think he still needed me out.
So, what could be those achievements you could share with the public? What you can describe the achievements you got from the former speaker?
There's a lot. One, he has given me connections. Two, he has changed my life. As I told you, he changed my life from being a boy of swag to that man of class. He changed my life. I look into myself as a diplomat. And I'm sure that the kind of life I'm living, the next time I will meet the president, he will not forget about me. And I'm sure if I'd made it to Parliament, there's no way I'd fail to appoint me Minister for Youth.
Sure.
I'm sure. Because when I'm capable, the youth like me. Every youth wants to. If you go to the university, you dig my... Everyone liked me. Everywhere I have God's favor.
So, what was the former speaker's relationship with other colleagues at work?
He was a very nice person. According to me, he was nice. Of course, you can't read somebody's heart. What is in their heart? There are people who will pretend to like you, but when they have different intentions. Though sometimes there are people who also use not to like me, because they knew I'm friend to him. So when you see, you know when someone does not like you.
You know how to juggle.
You know how to, you tell. So by the time they don't like me, that means they don't like the people I associate with. You get? But I see no reason as to why you should hate someone for that. There's nothing you gain from hating. May I feel at a workplace, actually you should take people at your workplace like your family members, because that is where you spend much of your time. Every morning you come to workplace and you leave in the evening. Home you just go to rest. In the morning you're here. Parliament here, people get leave once a year. So why should you have grudges with people at work? There's nothing you gain. There's nothing you gain. Me and him, we had always had challenges. We had always had issues. But he had always called me to apologize. There are times I go to his office and he has members, and I just enter. He tells me, you know what, go get out, I'm meeting members. When it is time to meet members, he's meeting members. He doesn't meet whether you are the brother, you are the son, or who, he's strictly meeting members. He gives time. So there's a time I even entered there, And he called, he said, why are you people sending people who are not on appointment? I felt bad. I thought he had already started hating me. But in the evening, before he left, he called me and he told me, Yubu, I'm sorry for what happened. But I was working. I was going for plenary at 2. I had to miss the members to discuss the issues in the what?
And you know he was a very punctual.
Yes, he was. I didn't feel bad. He told me, if I wronged you, I'm sorry, we are friends. Are you happy now? I said, I have no problem. And he told me, what was the problem? I told him, no, I was just coming to greet you. It was like you're a stubborn man. I greeted you in the morning when I was going, so what were you? You were just coming to disturb me. So we just laughed. So when he was going home, he dropped me home and he continued home. The whole convoy went. He dropped me home.
So, currently, are you in good books with the Deputy Speaker?
Yeah, I have no problem with anyone, unless they have but me and the Deputy Speaker. I have no problem. One, she's a mother. That is one person I respect. She's a mother. If there's someone there who feels deputy is bad, then I'm sorry to say, it is not true. She is a mother. The reason as to why I'm saying that, she is just too much like Ouylanyah.